Hello, my name is Sam Rhodes Phillips and I'm a trainee family therapist and clinician in the Royal Borough of Kensington and Chelsea in London, as well as a family therapy student at King's College London. My paper is called Deconstructing the Genogram, a tentative proposal. I started to think about genograms seriously after a genogram session in an eating disorders clinic, noticing that I had to inquire after the gender of my patient's great-aunt's partner in order to represent them on the genogram. It struck me as a little odd that we elevate gender on genograms to the extent that it is remarkably hard for someone to exist on a genogram without the clinician having an idea about that person's gender. This took me to the genogram literature, where I noticed that there are plenty of papers building on top of the fundamental structure of a genogram, which I take to be the circles, squares, and lines out of which we construct families on the page. However, there has been relatively little attention paid to that fundamental structure itself. It seems to hide in plain sight. This seems especially important as increasingly fluid and nuanced approaches to gender become more mainstream in Western discourse. I suggest in my paper that therapists might experiment with using the same symbol for every person on a genogram, returning gender to the other social graces as something that can be explored and represented later, but is not inherently foregrounded. I explore what affordances and constraints this approach could offer and hope to support others in taking a more thoroughly critical view of the genogram and how its structure shapes practice. Thank you very much.